Hi everyone, welcome to the Pensioner Adventurer. So this video is another one of the updates in the new HIP, New Life series. And it's been 9 weeks now since I had my total hip replacement, and all's going really well. There is a playlist with all these so you can see how I've got on previously. So I got up to about, I was doing 2 miles a day, twice a day walking. Strangely enough, what I did find is as I progressed along that route, as I approached 6 weeks, I did actually find it was easier. I was quite hesitant on how I walked, but I started to walk a bit faster, and that actually made it far more natural. I think it's a fine balance between, balance is the right word, between walking too slow and because of the fear of falling, and actually walking normal, you know. And to be honest, I'm still a bit like that now. If I'm anywhere where I think the floor is a bit slippery, I do get a bit cautious, which I think sort of is making things worse now. So I'm trying to sort of overcome that and walk more naturally at all times. And I hopefully that over time that will just sort of click into being the normal way of walking. So since we last met, I saw the physios. That was right just before 6 weeks. And they were all super happy with what was going on, and they gave me permission to ride a static bike. That was at 6 weeks, but not get on a real bike, you know, get out on the road until 12 weeks. I'll explain why I hadn't got on a bike immediately after that in a minute. About 3 or 4 days later, I saw the consultant or surgeon who did my hip replacement, and we reviewed an X-ray of the implant in there, and it was quite an interesting sort of conversation, because he said that because I was quite slim, it allows him to make a better job at replacing the hip, because it's far easier to get the alignment right of the implant, and therefore you get the leg length right, and you get to walk properly. And he says a lot of people try and sort of shortcut it who are quite heavy, and they pay him just to do the surgery, and really they don't generally come out with such a good outcome. So it's definitely one to consider, you know, and I'm grateful that I had sort of turned up in pretty good condition. So anyway, he was quite happy with everything, and so the thing that happens now is in a year's time I go back to the hospital. They do another X-ray, and then I also see the physio, see how things are, and then I will also have an appointment with the surgeon just to review the X-ray and just check how everything is going. So that's good on the agenda. So after seeing the surgeon, which was at 6 weeks, I had another operation on my tummy, and it was only a day surgery. But it was quite, I actually in a weird way found it quite challenging. I suppose because your core muscles are all in your tummy, and that's what everything hangs off. So that was done, and they said I could ride a static bike at 9 weeks and ride out on the road at 12 weeks. So this was all, I did know about this operation, and I was trying to get them to run concurrently the recovery. So to try and I'm trying to shorten everything, you know. But anyway, So that's all progressing well. I've still got some swelling around here, but generally it's all healing up and it's less uncomfortable. So as I said earlier, 9 weeks have passed. So yesterday I actually got on the turbo trainers and rode the bike just for 15 minutes. Absolutely fabulous. I took the advice of Dom about getting onto the bike, keeping the operated leg on the floor, and I sort of lifted the leg over the handlebars to get onto the turbo trainers, and no pain, no problems. Got on, clipped in, started pedalling on a really low gear, no resistance really, and just ticked away for 15 minutes. I didn't really extend myself onto the handlebars. It was on a road bike, onto the hoods. I thought I wanted to try and just slowly over the next 3 weeks start to adopt a more correct position on a road bike. I just want to just do that slowly, just to make sure I don't have any problems, you know. And my revs got up to, I've got the Garmin on there, and the maximum revs was 59 revs a minute, so not very fast at all, but it was okay. There was no pain and everything. The leg, I think if you've watched the video Cycling with Hip Arthritis, where I talked about one leg, one goes up and down, the good one, and the other one's stuck out. It's very close to being parallel, like the good one. It does go out slightly. Now I'm not sure whether that is just I've spent so many years riding with this leg stuck out that it's a bit of sort of muscle memory and it's going the wrong way. So again, I consciously tried to keep it parallel, and I can do it, but I am a bit nervous about riding a bike at the moment. So again, just as I had to learn to walk again without limping, I'm needing to learn to ride the bike again with my legs going up and down rather than one sticking out. But it's a whole lot easier. So yeah, that's really, let me have a little look at my crib list, see if there's anything else on there. No, that's really really about it. So I got, as I said earlier, I got 3 weeks. I'm going to just mess around on the turbos. Just trying to just do it regularly. I'm going to go for this first week. I'm going to go just once a day, 15 minutes. And then I'll start to try and increase the time up to a maximum of 30. If it's all going well and it sort of feels pretty good, I will then try and do a second ride. Maybe in the last week, so I do 30 minutes on the first ride and then see what I can do. So do one in the morning, one at tea time, see how I can get on there. And then just my normal everyday walking around activities. I'm not doing any specific walking. Yeah, so that's really where we are. Also, yeah, many thanks for everyone who's subscribed. I'm up to 151 now, so that's great. So yeah, thanks for that. On this little series, what we'd do is, I can't see much point in doing another one of these for a little while, so I think I'll do one around 6 months, because that's what, you know, and because I feel you'll probably see me ride, if everything goes to plan, you'll see me riding the bike after 12 weeks anyway, out on the road, so we can keep in touch there and you can see the progress we've made. But just a general one about the new hip, new life, we'll do that at 6 months. Okay, so many thanks for watching. Stay happy, strong and healthy, and be adventurous. Cheerio.